He can't even survive a rotation. Okay. This crownless might be the one, boys.
My blade.
Boom!
Purge all evil.
Oh, he got fucking deleted. Clearly, it's dealing almost too much damage in all the content that I can't really get through more than one rotation. So maybe let's try a hologram. Let's test it out against the fallacy of no return.
A few moments later.
Yeah, it seems pretty strong. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some exclusive footage to share with all of you today. It's going to be footage that I don't think very many of you, unless you have quite a bit of money or, you know, crippling credit card debt, will be able to replicate yourselves. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the performance of an S6R5 Cartethyia. And there's a lot of work that went into this one. We actually had some whale wars, a bit of a competition between two separate Cartethias, both at S6R5, to see who would be the crowning champion that gets theirs reviewed and demonstrated today in front of the entire audience. And it looks like the one on the right, owned by Mr. Cena Faye, whose account we've enjoyed before, and whose Zodi and stuff we've seen before. He's very, very, very excited. I guess we'll just have to see how good this one actually is. So we're going to be reviewing a little bit about what Cartethyia sequence nodes do, take a look at some of the weapons, the echoes, and of course, give it a bit of spin in the Tower of Adversity. So with that, first things first, right? We got to take a look at the different nodes over here. So this first one is really just about spreading arrow erosion. It doesn't actually do that much crazy stuff when it comes to the whole zeal component. It basically just ensures that, hey, if you kill an enemy, the next time you have arrow erosion up and you hit an enemy, it'll spread to nearby units. She kind of already has that built into her kit, so it doesn't do much anyways. The real money over here, though, is what the crit damage boost is. And she basically gets a 100% crit damage boost as she goes out and rotates through her kit. And the more you fill up her forte circuit, the more crit you end up getting, and it goes up to 100% critical damage, and that gets removed when you use her second liberation. Next up, we're going to be having our S2. And this is the kind of like really, really nice one that ensures that A, she loses her reliance on Arrow Rover, and she also gains Arrow Erosion when hitting enemies with a lot of the moves in her kit. So it's almost like losing the reliance on Arrow Rover and Chakona for that buff uptime. She also gets some pretty big multiplier boosts to a lot of moves in her baseline kit, not her fleur-de-lis one, and that makes things look pretty nice. And she also gets a bit of cooldown reduction too. Her third one, she inflicts even more arrow erosion across the rest of her kit, and then her nuke over here deals a shit ton of damage. So by the time you get to S3, that's where pretty much all the reliance on other characters in the team really disappears. And I would imagine that her best in slot lineup probably still features Chakona, just because of those buffs to arrow erosion damage, especially when you see what her S6 actually does. So now we got her S4. This just gives her an all attribute damage bonus to the entire team of 20% whenever a debuff is applied. Nothing too crazy over here, just something to think about. And this makes her tankier and basically makes it so that if she ever almost dies, she'll gain a shield, survive, and then also have less HP costs from using her initial liberation to transform. And her S6, this is the big one. Her S6 essentially will max out the arrow erosion stacks of an enemy, and it'll also make it so that she gains a special buff. When any resonator in the team inflicts arrow erosion on the target with max stacks, immediately trigger the erosion damage one time. And if you have Chakona on your team, well, you'll be reaching max stacks pretty damn fast. And that's going to be a lot of damage that she's dealing, especially when she's inflicting 2 per hit, and then 3 per hit over here. And this is just a confirmation that we have the R5 weapon as well. So 24% additional HP, 16% defense ignore, and 40% damage amp. That's quite a lot of stuff. So let's go. Brother Man has not completed the overdrive zone yet. That's impressive. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's take a look at it and see what we got. Oh, and the last thing that we want to do before we jump into the hazard zone and give it a bit of a look is, of course, we got to take a look at the echoes. All right, Arrow Rover's just on, they're a bum. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just make sure that they have a full rejuvenating glow set. It doesn't really matter what they have. It'll be fine. Let's also take a look at the Chakona. So what we're going to be having here is an 80, 288, 130 ER. Very, very, very nice build. Maxed out. And she's also going to be S2 for 40% more arrow damage, as well as an R1 weapon. And I'm being asked to use Shorekeeper instead. Sure. And when it comes to the echoes over here, we're going to be having double crit, basic attack, as well as flat HP. Double crit, basic attack, HP, and flat HP. A 5 out of 5, but low rolls, but a 5 out of 5 over here. double crit basic and HP percent, and then double crit ER HP percent, and then flat HP. So these are some, I don't even know how he got this on day 2. I think he's like hacking. Somebody check him PC. Yeah, the build is kind of nuts. So let's go ahead, let's give it a spin and see how it is.
Loading astral modulation.
Boom, boom. All right, here we go.
Thanks for watching. Perfect. Listen, the trio of destiny. Such is their blessed oceans.
Is he even gonna survive a rotation?
Rage on.
He can't even survive a rotation. Okay, so as you can see, we can't access like half of the kit because they died before erosion got maxed out, and they also died before we could use the second cast of the liberation. So let's maybe see what it looks like in the overdrive zone instead. Okay, this crownless might be the one, boys. This one actually has arrow resistance increase. All right, we got bigger crownless this time, boys.
Loading war with time.
Here we go.
Thanks for watching. Ta-da! A grand overture. Listen, the trio of destiny. Such is their blessing. Oceans.
Bow before me. Tides, rise and crash. Exonerate. My blade.
Boom.
Purge all evil.
Oh, he got fucking deleted. Oh man, he got deleted. Okay, so I guess we didn't get to use the max erosion stack part of her S2. Yeah, he got deleted. Okay, clearly it's dealing almost too much damage in all the content that I can't really get through more than one rotation. So maybe let's try a hologram. And I think I know which hologram we should probably try. We gotta do this against regular Fleur-de-Lis, ladies and gentlemen, because she's gonna have the arrow resistance. And I think with her having the arrow resistance, it should be okay. Bro, we only have her 4 out of... What's going on here, bucko? Why am I gonna have to do difficulty 5? SMH.
Loading war with time. Thanks for watching.
Divine grace.
Polyphony. Wonders, listen. The trio
Here we go.
of
Ba-boom.
destiny. Crumble. Such is their blessing.
True form. Revealed at last.
Mommy versus mommy action right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Sounding the death knell. A mere scratch upon my blade. My blade.
All right, my sword versus yours, bucko. Okay, so through the resistance, obviously, right?
Stay calm.
I've never had this much. It's never been this easy doing a difficulty 5 hologram before. I will say that.
Thanks for watching. Ta-da! A grand overture. Listen, the trio of destiny.
Collapse. Heavens, descend.
Such is their blessing.
Repent. For silence.
Here we go.
Beckons. Atonement. Tides, rise and vexing malice. The haunting whispers.
Oh yeah, well you know what? You can't kill me because I'm gonna kill you first. Yeah, I was at 1 HP. Whoa, I still have my S5 though. I had my S5. All right, let's give it a try at S6, boys.
Oath from the heart.
Crumble. True form. Revealed at last.
Oh, get parried, idiot.
Salvation. Atonement. My blade. Purge all evil.
Leave it to me. Worry not. Dim it loading. I engraft you new. Thanks for watching. Ta-da! A grand overture. A perfect chord. Let the show begin. Collapse. Such is their blessing.
Okay.
Oceans.
There we go.
Bow before me. Torrents, rage on. Sounding the death knell. Exonerate. Vexing, furious tide.
I think I'm floating and I'm not getting hit by the sword little things.
Vow from the soul.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think we're about to get cooked on the teammates here. There's so much visual clutter, I can't see what's going on.
Thanks for watching. Wonders and tragedies come together.
The purge has
Perfect call.
come.
Listen.
It's been so long since I had to dodge that attack.
Perish. Such is their blessing.
Repent. For silence.
All right, here we go. I'm pretty sure I can just face tank it here.
Tide. A mere scratch upon my blade. March on.
Oh, we got her. Ooh, she got thrusted. There we go. And I guess that's what it's gonna look like in the most challenging possible content for it, because we had all that damage resistance. But honestly, I bet a 1 minute 30 clear time is not that good. I don't know how good the S6 note is. I feel like we gotta do one last test. Who else is not done yet? All right, let's test it out against the fallacy of no return.
Windstorm.
Let's just see how much this does to him.
Sweep all away.
Boom, bozo.
Leave it to me. Loading war with time. Thanks for watching. Ta-da! A grand overture. Now presenting a poem of finale. Collapse.
Be gone, wicked souls.
Such is true form.
Revealed at last.
Yeah, it seems pretty strong. Yeah, it seems pretty strong.
The power
Yeah,
to
it seems kind of
speak.
good. That seems kind of powerful. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, we didn't even max out the crit damage buff either. It goes even higher than this. But yeah, I guess the character, especially when they have almost a perfect set of echoes, I think the only one that's not optimal is like either... I mean, this one is basically just missing one sub, and this one is missing... Uh-oh, hope that wasn't important. Yeah, this one has an attack percentage sub. That's pretty much the only thing that's not optimal about this build. There might be some low rolls on some of the other pieces, but yeah, it's basically like a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5 on every piece. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of... I mean, I don't know how many tuners, bro, had to go through to do this. But yeah, this is a day 2 Cartethyia build, and it's a little bit insane. So yeah, it looks like Cena Faye is a bit of a grinder. He's able to combine both RNG and a credit card to come out with some of best build I've seen. But even builds like this aren't enough to do holograms, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I guess there's a reason why he's doing this. All right. So yeah, I gotta say, great character, great investment. Very, very good at the echo rolling piece, but as you're seeing over here, maybe not so good at everything else in the game. So we might have to do a bit of a progress check here later on, because these are possibly the only difficulty 6 holograms done on the account. So yeah, that'll be that one. Let me know what you all think. Oh, sorry. I meant to do a zoom up of her face. Yeah, the camera sensitivity is a little bit high. Peace out.